warm Saturday here in the high 10. I just wanted to briefly speak with you all about Austin Drummond. As most of you know, who follow the content, he has been captured. Several people have been arrested. Uh, a few people have been arrested in conjunction to helping him after the fact, accessories, and one uh, male by the name of Brandon Powell has been charged with conspiracy to aid. He told the judge he was going to try to get an attorney. So if he doesn't get an attorney, let's say by Monday, Sunday, Mr. Powell will have a chance to have a bond reduction. Okay? Bond reduction. Let's get down to business. Mr. Austin Drummond, what was the motive? Exact the crimes that they commit, and allegedly from a family member of the deceased. He appeared to be a genuine person, I guess a likable person. He got along with those said people who are no longer alive. But the one thing I've always said to you all about true crime is that everything's an illusion. I mean, even if it's not true crime, it's just, meeting and greeting people in general. You don't know people. You don't know their ulterior motives for talking to you, dealing with you, being involved with you. So you really can't say why this or that. You can just go by what this person is saying. Well, he seemed like a nice guy. He seemed okay. So let's start with number one. The one theory that many people will probably think in their heads, or maybe not. I don't know which one I want to throw out. Let's start with drugs. What's this drug related? Because where I have a problem with all of this, besides the killing of the people, is that they weren't murdered inside dead in a house. But they said they were found dead out in a wooded area. So one would say, well, maybe they were obviously disposed of outside. Cars at the crazy. How do you get these people all out in one place in a wooded area, off the beaten path, of course? Suggestions. Because that's what threw me off, is when he said they were murdered out there. So the first thing that comes to mind is, well, then how do you get those people out there? So why were they out there? Was this drug related? Did he give any of them work to move for him? Were any of them using narcotics and owed this man money? He needed his money. Is this about the girl who he's gotten pregnant, which is the sister of the deceased? Somebody said they broke up. See, you get different versions. When I make my shorts, it's almost like I have to retract what I say, because I go by one news article that says this, and then another news entity says something else. So I don't really know what is what. I'm just going to keep it real. And I hate having to do retractions, but I always tell people, when you're talking about any type of content, it is a version, because you don't know the people, so you only know what somebody's telling the news people, the reporters. So one person might tell this person something, then the news might pick up something over here, so you don't really know what's true. So let's start with the woman who is now pregnant, who was the corrections officer at the facility where he was housed. One statement says, of both. They found out she was messing around with the inmates, and she didn't show up for work in a timely fashion. I don't know. What's this about her? The quadruple homicide. They were together, not together. They broke up. He wanted retribution. I'll kill her family. She don't want me anymore. She don't like me. I'll kill her. I'll kill her family. What's this about the young lady who is now pregnant, 4 months pregnant with his child? Then you got to ask that question. Is this his child? It's too many questions. Is this his child? Is the killing pertaining to this young lady? Were they together at the time of the homicides? Gotta ask all that. What's the motive for the homicides? Is it because of this female? Could it be they knew of something he had done? I don't know. I'm throwing out every possibility that can come to mind why these people are dead. Did the mother know of a secret pertaining to Austin Drummond? Something he was doing, did, and they all were a party to it, knew something about it, so I gotta kill everybody. Was there some type of transaction, like I said, money-wise, drug-wise? I gotta knock them all off. See, that's why I kept thinking these people were killed in the house. I said, well, maybe he went to the house, he had a disagreement with the mother, those kids were there, the young couple and the baby, and he felt like, well, I gotta kill, altercations / murder of the mother. I don't know. So I've got drugs, I've got a secret, being snitched out on something, said situation. It's about the girlfriend. Maybe they were telling her she didn't need to be with him. He's a troublemaker. They found out things about him. Hey, he's not really a nice guy. And then we've got, could have been messing around with the sister. Hot damn. Could have been messing around with the sister. And the sister says, well, I gotta tell my sister, you and I have been messing around. I like you, I got feelings for you, woo woo. Or did he make a pass at the sister? And she said, well, I gotta tell my sister, you can't be dating her and, flirting with me, woo woo woo. And he was like, no, you can't do that, it'll hurt her feelings, blah, blah, blah. And that's the end of that. So what was the motive? This is a baffling story. And it's baffling because law officials have not brought forward a motive. And hell, they may not ever. But what I think is interesting is they targeted him as the suspect day one. So that means he had to have left behind some type of evidence that he unalived these said people. So that leads you to GPS and geofencing. For those of you who don't know what geofencing is, it's pinging off of cell towers of your devices. And they have been used, geofencing has been used in court to convict a suspect, in attempts to convict a suspect. So what's geofencing used in this situation? We're looking at all their phones, if they were found. We're looking at people who they called, who they talked to. What do the phone calls, what do the texts say? Hey, I gotta talk to you guys. Hey, I need you to meet me somewhere. Meet me over here. Hey, Pen 10, thanks for joining me. I need you guys to meet me over here, or I need you to meet me over here. And she just so happened to have the young couple in her car. See, what I've done to that location and dumped their bodies. That's what I thought. Or could it be they gathered for a picnic? Hey, let's go out here, set up a picnic, blankets, picnic baskets, wine, cheese, whatever, and something jumped off. What are the options? Because there are many. And when you don't know people, that's all you can do is speculate. Oh, I think it's this, I think it's that. It's disturbing nonetheless. Then we have the baby. As the police said, he had some compassion to spare the life of the child. So assumingly the child was with these people at the time of the homicides. And he's dumping bodies off in the woods, and then he takes this baby 40 miles out, I guess from the dump site, and put her on the lawn of a random house. Grace to God, the child was spared. But where I still have a problem with that, you're showing yourself, flagging down people to stop, to get the baby, which now people know what you look like, a fool, and you killed a 15-year-old boy. And by law, he is still considered a child. He may not be an infant, But it doesn't matter, he's still a child. Why would you kill him? What did the 15-year-old do to you? What did the couple do to you? They're in their early 20s or were in their early 20s. What did they do to you? And what did the mother do to you? That you felt the need to kill all 4 people, but spare the baby. Does he have any remorse for the said crime? I'm going to put that on a poll after this live stream. Does Mr. Drummond have remorse for killing these 4 people? What is the damn motive for killing these 4 people? Did any of them sense that something was not right a day, 2, 3 leading up to their demise? Because, you know, sometimes you get an inkling, a feeling that something ain't right, something's bad about to happen. Did any of these people get an omen that something is about to jump off? This man committed, as you know, there are pictures being released showing what his cell looked like. Food, TV, bottles of Ciroc vodka, so on and so forth. Many people are stunned by this, but what a lot of you don't know, if you're not affiliated, come into the prison. Now, I didn't know that they ordered out food, but we learned that from Mr. Chrisley, who's just been released. He was eating fast food in there, Olive Garden, and I thought, what the hell? Olive Garden? They're allowing you all to eat Olive Garden? Are you serious? That's crazy to me. Flat screen TVs. They're allowed to have flat screen TVs in certain prisons. Seen pictures of a big boy TV, and I mean a nice size, not no small one. 43 inches or so inside of a damn prison. This is what they are allowing. Some of you may agree, some of you may not. I'll put that on a poll as well. Should they have flat screen TVs in their prisons? We know they don't need liquor and drugs. And perhaps that's what this new charge is with Mr. Powell, bringing in contraband. And contraband is anything that's not allowed by the prison. So I'm assuming Ciroc vodka is not allowed, but it got in there. And so we have to ask, how did it get in there, the Ciroc vodka? Yes, they were unalived by gunshot. Where, I don't know, but they were shot to death. And one baby was spared. But a 15-year-old boy is a victim. And I'd like to know why. How can you spare one child, but then kill another child? Did she say something out of the way to him? Did she threaten him? Hey, I'm going to do this to you. You hurt my sister, blah, blah, blah. He took it upon himself to exact revenge. We did learn that in his previous case, when he was going to court, he had threatened jury members, of course, you know, affiliated with the court, or victims, family members, so on and so forth, court staff. The fact that Tennessee law allows you to get out of jail and have a bond pertaining to crimes committed inside of jail and prison, that needs to be banished. No way he should have been able to get out of jail last year, prison last fall, 2020. You get released from prison, but now you got to make bond on things you did inside of the prison. And that's a Tennessee law. I saw it on News Nation. And I do live here in Tennessee, in case you're curious, watching this live stream. I didn't even know that was a law. That you can get a bond on a crime you've committed in prison, although you've been just released. You've done your time for one crime. You committed another crime while incarcerated. So while you walking out the gate, you could also make a bond for a crime committed on the inside of the prison. This is bullshit. In Tennessee, you ought to be ashamed of yourself to even have this as a law. He should have been held in the prison. Attempted murder. Why would you allow him to go walk out to the street when he just tried to kill a person inside of the prison? So now we have to ask that question. When did he commit that offense of trying to kill another inmate? Right before he got out? A couple of months beforehand? It's ridiculous. I don't know why he unalived these people. I don't know what he think they did to him, said to him. And many are going to say, especially law officials, that it doesn't matter. Nobody is supposed to unalive another person. That even if you are deemed a criminal yourself or crook yourself, you've done devious things yourself, they are to go out here and find your killer. And I know some people may not agree with that, because a lot of people do devious things out here that some may warrant somebody beating you upside your damn skull and putting you down like a rabid dog. And that's the thing people don't realize. When you go out here and you do mischievous things, there are going to be some people who are not going to look at you favorably, and they're going to feel like your life is not worth living. And it could be theft, it could be lies you told, secrets they held and you told it. You exacting revenge against the said person. Whatever, my livelihood, my money, my paper, my career, I want their ass dead. And now they are plotting to unalive you. Because people unalive people for all types of reasons. Theft, petty theft, fraud. Everything's about perception. And actually, this man can't explain killing these 4 people because he killed a child too. So I think his beef is with the 3 adults, or possibly 1. And the other ones just so happened to be there, and he took them out too. That's what I'm thinking. No way I believe he had a problem with all 3, the 2 young people and the mother. I think he possibly had a problem with the mother. He may have been messing around with the daughter. The mother and or the daughter saying bad things about him pertaining to the sister, aunt. Maybe she'd been complaining to them about problems she was having with him. Maybe they said something to him, sent him some nasty text messages, voice clips, I don't know. Drug related. Somebody in that circle was using, owed him money, stole something from him. It's something. But was it deserving of death? 3, because I don't think the 15-year-old could have done anything to him. I could be wrong. Was it worth death? First-degree murder times 4. He has been charged with first-degree murder of each individual. He is facing the death penalty. I won't doubt that he will be found guilty if he's not hurt, harmed, or he self-harms himself in jail. And I believe he will get the death penalty. I believe 12 members would vote for it. I do believe that. Unless he decides to ask for a plea of life. And I don't know if he would get it. But we will see what happens during trial. But then the other motive could be he is sinister. He's diabolical. He doesn't care about anyone. He's been walking around pretending to be a good guy, great guy, but he just wanted to kill some people. And it also could be a gang initiation, because 9 times out of 10, he probably joined the Vice Lord gang while incarcerated. And who's to say that the head knocker of the Vice Lords told Mr. Drummond, you're going to have to prove your loyalty to us because you only became a gang member inside. And who's to say that attempted murder charge, that could be a part of gang initiation inside? Because see, I don't know when he attempted to kill this certain inmate. So see, you have to know more about Mr. Drummond and his dealings inside of the prison, outside of the prison. The fact that all the people who aided him were African-American people. Were they also Vice Lord members? I thought it's very interesting that they all were Black. Did he ask any white people to help aid him after the fact or during? So this is why I say you got to know why he killed them. Protection. So they don't end up with their head knocked off their damn neck. So one, did he join the gang inside? Was he mandated to prove his loyalty while inside, which would be taking the life of another human being? And the fact that that person didn't die, say, well, he's out not even a year and he's knocked out 4 people. So is this gang related? He had to prove his loyalty to the Vice Lord gang, that he's worthy of being a member, and he knocked these people off for that reason. We will see. Will he give a reason in court why he murdered these people? Will he speak? Will there be any more arrests pertaining to these murders? Did anybody know he was going to kill these people? That's why I said, is this just cold-blooded, deliberate homicide for the sake of killing? Because that means possibly other people knew he was going to kill these people. So it wasn't animosity, drug-related, nothing about that girlfriend, nothing about the mother or the children or the young people, the couple. I killed them because I could, and I killed them to prove my loyalty to the Vice Lords. What is this really about? Like, share, subscribe, drop the comments below this video. Follow me on Newsbreak and also here on YouTube. And if you'd like to donate to this great network, $BigAngie129 Cash App. This is a harrowing story, and you see this type of madness every day of people just popping off, shooting people, such as the shooting in Atlanta, Georgia, at the CVS building. I was listening to that today before going live. Now we gotta wait to see who this person is and why he popped off. An officer has been unalived. Condolences and prayers to that said family. This woman had 2 children and 1 on the way. And now a child / 2 other children will never know their father. The newborn will never get to experience the love from a father because he was gunned down during that shooting yesterday in Atlanta, Georgia. There is no rest for the weary, indeed. You do not know where you're going to be when mischief comes your way. Shopping at Walmart, going into your home, coming out of your home, inside of your home, going to school, going to work, as you saw the case in New York, the case in Ohio at the Walmart. Nowhere is safe because we have unstable minds out here who want to pop off. And what those people don't understand is that we all get angry, we become bitter, frustrated with life. But we have to tell ourselves, I can't go out here and put my hands on innocent people because I'm angry and mad at the world, at myself. You need to get help, seek help. If you take medicine, take your damn medicine. If the medicine isn't working, you need to go talk to your doctor. But killing people is not the answer. Why spend your life in prison or self-harm or be shot to death because you have been mad at the world? Life is for the living. And it is not your place to take a life. So if you're thinking of self-harming or unaliving other people, harming other people, you need to seek help. Prayers to the officers slain in Atlanta. Prayers to the family. Prayers to the family of the victim. Thank God nobody else was injured. Few people went to the hospital for stress, related situation pertaining to the shooting yesterday. Who was the target? CDC building. How did they get in that building? Because I'm assuming on the 2nd floor, you have to have access to that CVS building. Was the CDC the target? Or just somebody went up in there, just wanted to go ham, shoot wherever, don't know. So prayers for Atlanta, Georgia. Prayers for these 4 victims, their friends, family, community. And Mr. Drummond, he needs prayers. Because I know a lot of times people don't believe in praying for the enemy, but he needs it because he's self-destructive. That's the reason why we're here today talking about it. He's self-destructive and commentary. Talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.